Top 10 Best Police Forces in Africa 2021. Hello Displorers, welcome to another interesting video presented to you by Displore, and thanks for watching. The purpose of a police force, especially in Africa, has been a bone of contention, given it is one of the most controversial careers on the continent. While most of them have been associated with massive corruption, torture, killings, and several human rights abuses, some of them have held up the flag of the forces in the world, leaving some hopes on the citizens of the nation. Hence, in this video, we shall count down the top 10 best police forces in Africa in 2021. The World Internal Security and Police Index (WISPI) ranks all African countries' police forces annually to bring out the creme de la creme of them all in terms of upholding law and order, professionalism, and standing tall in the face of terrorism. If you're new here, welcome. Be sure to subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications so as not to miss out on any of our videos. Number 10. The Moroccan Police. The Royal Moroccan Police Force is one of the first in many dimensions, and it's referred to as the Sûreté Nationale or National Security. Founded on 16th May 1956 by King Mohammed V, it currently has over 50,000 personnel. The Sûreté Nationale operates several specialist divisions, including the Border Police responsible for border control and surveillance, the Mobile Intervention Corps tasked with rapid intervention in major emergencies, and the National Brigade, whose primary responsibility is investigation for serious crimes including terrorism, organized and white-collar crime. The Moroccan Police is not the most responsive on the continent, but has made massive progress in maintaining law and order in the country, which has given them the 10th position on the continent. Number 9. The South African Police. The Constitution of South Africa lays down that the South African Police Service has a responsibility to prevent, combat, and investigate crime, maintaining public order, protect and secure the inhabitants of the Republic and their property, uphold and enforce the law, create a safe and secure environment for all people in South Africa, prevent anything that may threaten the safety or security of any community, investigate any crimes that threaten the safety or the security of the community, ensure criminals are brought to justice, and participate in efforts to address the causes of crime. Being the most developed country on the continent, one will imagine that they will have the best police force in the continent, but one thing that has left South African Police, also known as SAP, behind as the 9th position. With a reputation of spending huge sums of minor acquisitions and reports of thousands of missing firearms, corruption is still eating on the core of the SAP, despite their numerous efforts to rise above. Amnesty International and others have also expressed serious concerns about South African police brutality, including torture and extrajudicial killings. Number 8. The Ghanaian Police. Operating 12 divisions with 10 covering the 10 regions of Ghana, while one is assigned especially to the seaport and industrial hub of Tema, and the last to the railways, port and harbour divisions, the Ghanaian Police is particularly trained. An additional division, the Marine Police Unit, is expected to handle issues that arise from the country's offshore oil and gas industry. Apart from the National Police Headquarters, all the regional divisions have subdivisions under them. The aim of this is to decentralize the activities of the regional police force to more effective and flexible results, which has been one of their strongest points. Despite their enormous efforts, which has placed them as 8th position in Africa, the Ghanaian police force is still perceived as one of the most corrupt police on the continent, which has hindered them from achieving the first position the country so desires. Number 7. The Burkina Faso Police. Like many other countries with a French colonial heritage, law enforcement in Burkina Faso is a responsibility primarily shared by the gendarmerie and the police. Following the introduction of the 2003 Law on Public Security, Burkina Faso has since 2005 adopted a community police approach which applies to police and the gendarmerie, and France still continues to provide significant training assistance to the forces. The Burkina Faso police force has a huge problem of personnel, as most countries are lacking in acquiring the necessary number of police to handle particular areas. For example, the Shaba East area, which is under heavy terrorism threats, has only about 20 police forces serving a population of over 80,000 people. In spite of these limitations, the Burkina Faso police has been able to maintain public peace to a good extent, as well as ensure the security of the state, institutions, people, and property. Number 6. The Egyptian Police. Given that Egypt has the strongest military force in Africa as well as the world, having the 6th best police force on the continent is more of a low blow for a heavily funded, trained, and skilled force. The Egyptian police, lacking behind at the 6th position, can be accredited to the high unprofessionalism in the force, as well as cross-accusation of human rights abuses as part of the force. The police has also been associated with routinized violent practices against civilians held in police stations, including torture and sexual violation, the imprisonment of civilians with prejudice, which the ministry is doing all within its power to combat in the force. Number 5. The Tunisian Police. The Tunisian Revolution gave the police force on this continent the blueprint of what maintaining law and order implies, and almost a decade later, they are still brewing strong to the challenges ahead of them. The clashes with civilians, the preoccupation of maintaining peace in a country which was otherwise in shambles, predicate their work for them, which is why, today, the Tunisian police force can celebrate their 5th position as the best the continent has to offer and the 72nd best in the world. The Interior Ministry keeps putting up practical measures in harmony with the values of the force, designed to comply with the law, in theory and practice, in materialization of the climate of confidence and transparency in the relation between security services and the citizens. These measures are taken to overcome the deficiencies noticed in the force, which will also play a part in reorganizing policies to enhance expertise and experiences of the police force. Number 4. The Senegalese Police. Senegal has over the years been the greatest contributor of police to UN peace operations on the African continent, as well as they are also amongst the top 5 contributors of female police officers too. With more than 1,500 female police officers serving in the UN peace operations, they have set an example of what equality implies. With a code of secrecy as the motto of most of their operations, they have been able to operate very successful missions all around the continent and in Senegal. In the world ranking, they came 68th and 4th in Africa. Number 3. The Algerian Police. When it comes to available resources and equipment as well as machinery necessary in carrying out duties, facing the challenges most police forces are tasked with, the Algerian police forces hit most of the checkmarks. With exceptional skills and professionalism as well as expertise, they have left a remarkable mark in combating crime, terrorism, and are the reference of many forces on the continent. Coming 58th in the world and obtaining the 3rd position in Africa did not come cheap for this force, as they have exhibited strength, character, and patriotism in carrying out their duty. Number 2. The Rwandan Police Force. The Rwanda National Police has improved its operations and its low clamping down on private security companies, believing the security sensitive matter and should be handled by the government. The mission of the Rwandan National Police is dedication to delivery of high-quality services, accountability and transparency, safeguarding the rule of law, and providing a safe and crime-free environment for all. So far, they've done exceedingly well in achieving their mission, which is why they were rated 50th best in the world and 2nd in Africa. Number 1. Botswana Police. Africa's best police service is that of Botswana, despite being ranked 47th best in the world. This is according to the World Internal Security and Police Index released by 2 bodies, the International Police Science Association and the Institute for Economics and Peace. The Botswanan Police Service is ranked number 1 on the continent with regards to efficient and high-performing police with significant inroads in fighting drugs and corruption. Tasked with various affairs, there are 2 main police forces in Botswana: the Botswana Police Force, established under the Botswana Police Act of 1987, and the Local Police, established under the Local Police Act. The Botswana Police Force operates under the Ministry of Justice, Defense and Security, while the Local Police falls under the Ministry of Local Government. There you have it, Displorers. Those were the top 10 best police forces in Africa 2021. Thanks for watching this video, and if you did enjoy the video, do well to give it a thumbs up and do not forget to subscribe and share with your friends.